Good evening. This is CTV News for Friday, September 15th. I'm Denise Douglas. Glad you could join us this evening. One person is dead after a fire gutted a home in Hillcrest Heights. Take a look at the damage. Neighbors tell us flames could be seen shooting out of the one-story home around 2 o'clock this morning. When crews arrived, they had a hard time getting in because there were a lot of items stored and piled inside, according to fire officials. Part of the floor collapsed as well. A person found dead in the basement is believed to have been the only resident of the house. A neighbor says she was scared when she heard about the fire and saw it.
The fire was coming from the back. If you look out there now, there's a lot of debris out there, you know. And they said the body was in there. They said the top floor had fell down to the lower floor. My daughter saw him walk down the street earlier in the morning. But he wasn't a person who did a lot of talking. You know, he just minded his business. He went down the street. And I never been in their house. He'd been in my house a couple of times. They asked to use the phone.
Investigators are working to identify the body that was found in the basement. So far, they have not figured out what the cause of the fire is as yet. Well, a U.S. Senator went back to school this morning. Clearly, though, he was not a student. Senator Ben Cardin talked with the young folks as part of an advanced placement government class at Montgomery Blair High School in Silver Spring. Cardin criticized President Trump's decision to end DACA, an Obama-era program that allowed undocumented children brought by their parents to stay in this country.
And what President Trump did in announcing there could be the end of the DACA program in 6 months is against the values for what America stands for. And that, first and foremost, we got to stand up and say no. We won't tolerate that type of position for our country.
Meanwhile, a county council member is speaking out about President Trump's decision on DACA. Danny Tavares, who represents District 2, is concerned for the safety of students who are protected under the program. Tavares says that many of them came from countries that are swept up in violence.
For decades, literally decades, and our homeowners, our property owners here and pay taxes here. And so it would really hurt us financially as a county in our tax base, because we would lose those people not being able to stay in their homes and pay income taxes. We have a new program called ISLA, called the Immigration Services and Language Access Initiative, and we've set aside monies on the county level to provide help, legal representation for individuals in deportation proceedings. If they're detained, we can provide free legal representation if they are a resident of Prince George's County prior to being detained, and if they are if they live 200% below the poverty level.
The deadline to renew DACA paperwork is October 5th. On September 16th and 30th at CASA headquarters, the organization will host clinics to help individuals fill out the information. Nationally renowned civil rights activist Dick Gregory died last month at the age of 84. Tomorrow, leaders from around the country will pay their respects at an event celebrating his life. It will be at Jericho City of Praise in Landover at 4 p.m. The event is open to the public. Meantime, on Sunday in D.C., there will be a parade to celebrate his life. It begins at 10 at the Howard Theater in Northwest.